It's week 6 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Rashee Rice. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Chiefs and the Broncos on Thursday night primetime.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight we kick off week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a 2-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Let's go, baby.
A man who re-signed with the Chiefs back in May. Here's Jerick McKinnon, and he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Here in the mantra, next man up, since the Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
7 yards there and a first down. The Chiefs hit a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Baron Browning, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault, because to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his 2nd season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now the 3rd-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 19 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
This will be caught. Judy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. On first down, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against him with one of their own. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
What's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. his second sack of the night. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them? They were on him in a hurry.
When you look at this Bronco defense, they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because, guess what? They're facing a #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them. Now, that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously, no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of them.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Wilson. It's Williams on the catch. And the Broncos are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Wilson to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Javonte Williams. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
A run by Pacheco on second down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Russell Wilson, the Bronco offense, heading out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
That is caught, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Now Wilson on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. It gets paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Pacheco headed right.
Room here to run. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Mahomes firing complete, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Brings up 2nd and a yard. On play action, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been called. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the 1st. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson.
That's caught left side by Judy.
Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Travis Kelce and the Chiefs set to take over again.
He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Mahomes to throw.
That ball caught. It's Rice.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. A number of great games coming up this weekend, starting with the last of the 3 London games this year. The Colts and Ravens from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window, one being out in Las Vegas, where it will be the Raiders taking on the New England Patriots. And then on Monday night, folks, you are in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the LA Chargers. The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Chris Jones, the All-Pro, in on the stop.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Looking to throw. Wilson.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
James now to return it.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 59 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And they'll wind up getting this with all the way down inside the 20. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The tackle there by Fabian Moreau. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
In motion right is Tony.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Oh, what a move. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down.
That one caught by Rice.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Butker's kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
To throw is Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Group effort had Kansas City finishing second in the NFL with 55 sacks last season. The no doubt leader of the effort, though, was Jones, who had 15.5 sacks, which matched a career high, finishing third in the Defensive Player of the Year voting.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. The quarterback had to wait for his crossing routes.
We're back now in KC. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Now Wilson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards that time for number 19. Now it's Wilson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
And that's a sight we feel like we've seen a lot over his career. But remember, for Russell Wilson, 3 in his first year as a Bronco last year and only 15 in the last 8 years. But he still knows how to use those wheels when necessary, and he takes care of business right there.
Lutz good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, McKinnon again. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Fighting his run and shedding the tackle, and now some room. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Now Mahomes. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 76 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Chiefs on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Rolling to his right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And that's the way to find pay dirt, Patrick Mahomes. Hey, you remember some of the scrambles in the playoffs last year while he was playing on a bad wheel? Oftentimes he was maneuvering just to find a way to throw the football. But last season, 4 touchdowns on the ground, a career high, continuing to develop as a runner, and often finding the end zone these days.
And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The busy night continues for Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. O'Shane Ximines from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Off play action. Wilson sliding out of the pocket.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. James now to return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Mahomes going to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Mahomes will throw for it. It's complete, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Oh, able to avoid him.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Wilson wants to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Here's Wilson, forced out to his left. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it, just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Here's Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Wilson going to throw for him. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
27. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25. clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
That's complete to Tony. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. That'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Denver, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.